Alexandra Stepanova, Иван Букин.
So a head-to-head showdown now, the two top teams from Russia. And what a statement this would be if Alexandra Stepanova and Iván Bukин could overtake Sinitsina and Galyamov, the reigning world champs. All that separates them, Sinitsina and Katsalapov, about a point and a half separating the two top teams. Tanith, Johnny, you think it's possible?
Anything is possible, Terrence. It's sport.
An ice dance, you really never know. Incredibly difficult entrance into this twizzle sequence. In the free dance, teams are required to make contact between the first two twizzles, but different teams do it to better effect with the creativity. This was a really strong element.
So many unique shapes and unique moments through their free dance. Helps them stand out from the pack, certainly.
That performance, in fact, both their performances at these European Championships was so secure. That's the first word that comes to mind. Just such a solid team. They overcame some obstacles earlier on. injury, illness, scores that they weren't happy with, but they stayed the course, and that's the real job of an elite figure skater, is to stay committed to the process. And by skating the way they did today, they proved that they have that ability and that maturity.
I just feel like this was a brilliant display today. It's so hard to choose pieces of music that are a little bit nondescript and really make them work. And it's a testament to how talented they are, how innovative they are. And I loved every second of this. At the beginning of the season, I wasn't quite sure how I was going to respond just because I know these pieces of music. We have a map of the piano and a time for us, and you never quite know what people are going to do with things like that. And I just have loved watching this grow and watching this build. And, you know, with this performance, in my opinion, they've really thrown themselves back into that conversation for the Olympic Games. I mean, Sinitsyn and Katsalapov are the Russian team that everyone thinks, you know, reigning world champions, they'll probably be the ones on the podium. But, you know, this could make things interesting for the Americans that are fighting with Sinitsyn and Katsalapov.
I will say the performance itself, the skating, and the way they interpreted their choreography, for me, was really the standout. But like you, Johnny, I wasn't really sure what to make of the program at the beginning of the season, and part of me, just my 2 cents, still wishes that they had just gone classical Romeo and Juliet, brought the modernity with their innovation, with some of those arm movements that we saw here and there that were less classical, but just used the classical piece of music, just break my heart and show me a new interpretation from your movement. But again, that's the thing about ice dance. It's subjective in terms of how you interpret the art of it. And for these two, they've always felt more comfortable pushing boundaries, trying to do something new, not reinvent something someone else has already done.
3 bronze medals and a silver medal at the European Championship, and now they're trying to break through and win the gold for the first time. They would need 121.53 to take the lead. Yeah, 126.75. So firmly into first place. Best free dance so far, and overall, Alexandra Stepanova and Iván Bukин